Hey guys, welcome to the Unix video tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be going over some more commands that you might find helpful. But I decided that I will push back the cron job scheduling because it makes more sense to do that when I introduce shell scripts. Because usually these cron jobs we schedule shell scripts in there. So I thought it makes more sense to talk about that after I introduce shell script. So in this video, I'll be going over some zip file, how to zip files, unzip files, remove empty directories. Getting the base name, the directory name, creating temporary files. A bunch of other stuff. Also talk about the revision control system on the Linux system. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first one I want to introduce is the zip. Okay, now zip it basically it allows you to zip files, of course. The thing about zip is like it's better if you're doing something like cross-platform, like let's say you zip some files and then the zip file need to go onto the Windows system. It's better to use a zip instead of tar, because when you use tar, you move it onto the Windows system. You have to install some extra stuff, such as the 7-zip, which most people will find annoying, and most non-technical people would not prefer to install like extra tool for untarring. So zip is a better option for you if you are doing something that's cross-platform. If you need to save another file to the Windows system, basically. Okay, and zip has a -R switch, which allows you to recursively archive a directory, basically. So and then the first parameter of the zip command is your output file name, which is the output is a filename.zip, which is the actual output file with the zip extension, and then followed by a list of the directories and the list of the files. Okay, so I can put directories, I can put files in there, I can put additional files, basically http.log and stuff like that. So when you press enter, you see that everything is being compressed already. So zip also does the compressing as well. It has some permission denied issues. Basically, you could not do any kind of you could not open it for reading, so that's fine. You can only zip whatever you can. Okay, and so you end up with a zip file, right? So if you do an unzip, so let's create a directory called temp, and then we move this file name .zip to the temp. Okay, we'll go into temp. Okay, now we're gonna unzip this file. Okay, unzip this file, so you have it inflates it to it basically unzips. So okay, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Okay, so I'm gonna remove everything in here. Okay, and then I'll go up one level. Now, one of the ways I want to make sure that I delete a directory safely, by making sure there's nothing in that directory before I delete it, is that I do rmdir and then the directory. Okay, so if you have something in that directory, right, it will complain. So if I go to the temp and I do a file in there like a hello.txt, I go back up, okay, and then I try to remove it with rmdir and then temp. Okay, if there's something in the temp right now, it will complain. It will say, oh, directory is not empty. Okay, so you go to the temp and then you delete whatever that's inside. Okay, so this is rmdir is really good for something that if you are deleting a directory and then you want to make sure there's nothing in there before you delete it. Okay, that's a good option for that. Okay, instead of using rm-rf for everything, rmdir is more of a safer approach to do that. Okay, and now it doesn't complain. Okay, so another way is like so we are at the home directory, of my own home directory. I go to fullcast, I get these files, Okay, so if someone given me a complete file name, right? So this, and then something, oh, no, doesn't take that. Something new, no. Okay, it doesn't give me anything. Okay, let's do a lot of files. Okay, and then let's just do like a cat on that. Okay, all right. So somebody giving you a full path, right? A full path for that file, right? Maybe you just want to get the file name. You don't need it. You don't want to know the complete path, right? So what you can do a base name, okay? And then give it the full path of the file. Okay, you press enter, and then it just returns you with a lot of file. Okay, it doesn't return you the whole path, the complete path. Okay, so base name give you basically the file name or the directory name of the lowest level, basically. Okay, with the root directory as the top level, a lot of file will be the lowest level. Okay, if you need to get the path for the for this given file, you can do dirname, dir-name, and then the path, and then it will give you the path basically. Okay, it will give you the home UJ designer fuzzycast, give you the path. Okay, so that's the difference between base name and dirname. There's also like a lot of interesting options you can do in the base name. If you do a man base name, and it has like a lot more options than just that, I personally don't use that much of it, so I'm not going to go into detail, but you can go find out. And most of the commands have at least like 2-3 switches that you can use in there. And the switch, when I say switch, I mean options. Okay, so I used these two terms, from time to time, and they mean the same thing. Okay, and the next thing is like you want to make a temporary file, right? Now I want to introduce this like a TMP, right? Everything in the /TMP is all temporary. Okay, so that's how if you are creating a file and you think that it's going to be temporary, always put it into the /TMP. In some system is /var and then /TMP. Okay, but basically whenever you think that the file you created is going to be temporary, it's just going to be something to hold on to the some error messages or something, or if it's going to be temporary, just move it into the /var/temp. And usually these files do not disappear unless the system get rebooted. So and on the most of the production machines, like on the most machines, these machines don't really get rebooted that often. The people don't really want to restart them that often. I think most of them just restarts like once a month or something like that. So you have time to look into your temporary files. Okay, but just keep in mind that all the temporary files should go into these two directories. Okay, so next thing I'm going to introduce is how to create a temporary directory, how to create a temporary file, right? So it's going to be mktemp. Okay, mktemp, it will create a temporary file. It will give you a temporary file name, and you can use this file as a temporary storage. Okay, so you can use this as a temporary storage. You can open it, you can put like whatever you're in there, and then it's gonna be your temporary file basically. So it's nothing more than just doing a touch TMP, and then here like the file name they generated like randomly basically. That's not it's pretty much something like that, which you can also like write your own command if you want to do that, but since they already have some kind of command for that, write one, right? Why invent the wheel yourself? Okay, and the next one is like something I don't know if you find it it's gonna be useful. You can find the factor of a number, right? So if you do a factor, and then it will give you like the factors for this number. So so it's one of those you know, here this is the odd number and the prime number, so it only have like one factor basically. Okay, and then the next one is the sometimes you want to record your screen, so I don't know what kind of purpose that will be, like so whatever standard output, whatever that goes to your standard output, standard error, it will be recorded by the you know, by into a file basically. So for example, right, to start recording I could do script -a, and then the output file, the output with all the standard output and standard errors will be saved into. So I just call it script.out. Okay, oh, I gotta go up, can't write to the, okay. So it says script started, file is script.out, right? So now whatever you type in will be saved into there, okay? Okay, so whatever you have in here, you know, whatever you have in here, okay? So now to stop recording, you press ctrl+D. Ctrl+D as in David, ctrl+D. Okay, and then the script is done, and then the file is in the script.out. Now you open the script.out, okay, and you see that whatever you just put in here, see, I just put whatever I put in here, it's being saved into this file. So whatever the standard output is, it's being saved into this file basically. So that's what the scripting recording is for. If you ever need to record whatever the output that is on your screen, you know, that's how you do it. Okay. Oh, one more thing is like I saw the coworker did this command kill, and I just realized that this is a pretty you know, nice shortcut. Okay, so let's say you open a file, right? Or let's say any kind of process, you start some kind of process, and then this process just hangs there. It doesn't do anything. It just hangs there. You know, it does. You know, you want to kill it, right? You want to kill it because it hangs. So what you can do is that you can do Ctrl+Z, you know, to hide it into the background. You know, just hide it in the background, and then you can do a kill, and 2%. Okay, kill and then 2% signs, and then press enter. Okay, and whatever in your last command has been killed basically. Okay, so kill and then 2% sign means that it will kill the previous command. Okay, so by putting your command into the background, you know, that becomes the previous command, and then you can kill it by using the kill %% basically. Okay, this is something, you know, that kind of cool if you want to use that. Next thing I want to go over is the revision control system on Linux or Unix. Okay, but first of all, this is not something that's built in, so you will have to install it. And then to install it, you have to do sudo apt-get install, and then rcs, press enter, press yes, you know, let it install. Okay, once it's installed, you can start doing like a check. You can check in your files, you can check out your files. You know, you can check the differences between different versions and such and such. So let's do that. Okay, so let's see what files I want to. Okay, let's start a file, right? Let's start a file like let's do a script.out. Okay, let's check in. So let's check in our script.out, right? If I do check in script.out, okay, it will ask me, okay, enter a description for this version. Okay, so I just say, oh, this is the first draft for script.out. Okay, press enter, and then now it says to terminate the description, right? Just press the period and then press enter, and then it will save all the you know, it will save the description in there. And then you notice that your version right now is 1.1 basically. Okay, so now when you do ls-ltr, now notice that your script.out is gone basically. Okay, now this is because, like, yeah, when you check in something, it will not show up by default. This is the behavior, the default behavior for CI, for checking in. Okay, what you can do is like so let's okay, so before that I will show you like how to keep that file there so that everybody else can read it, and basically before we do that, let's do a checkout, right? So we do co. Okay, let's just show you the proper way. I'm not going to show you the default because the default behavior is really silly. I find it very silly. When you check in the file and then the file disappears, it's just kind of silly. Okay, so I'm just going to do the more preferred way. I prefer to do it like when you check out, right? Make sure you do a -L, okay, so that you can hold a lock on this file. Okay, so other people cannot try to, when other people try to check in, they cannot check in. They have to wait for you to check in first. Okay, so that's why I like that when I check out, I would like obtain a lock. Okay, and then the file name, which is, I believe, is a script.out, right? So file name. Okay, and then now it says I have checked out the version 1.1 and I have the lock on there. Okay, so and then notice that the repository, the revision repository is in RCS. Okay, now this is not something, the RCS directory is not something that's created automatically. You will have to create it manually, basically. Okay, so when you create the RCS directory, all your versionings, all your different versions of whatever you check in will go into RCS directory. Okay, so that's why you see that you have the RCS and then the script.out /v. That means that the versioning has been saved in the RCS directory. Okay, this is good because we do this because we want to keep all the all the versionings into one directory instead of spreading it everywhere. Okay, without the RCS directory, if I didn't create the RCS directory and then I try to check in a file, the script.out v, the versioning file will show up everywhere for each file, which will be very messy because for each file that you check in, you will have a versioning file along with it. So imagine you check in like 100 files on this directory, then you will have double the number of files in that directory because you have the files for the original files and then you have the files for the versioning files. Okay, and we'll look into what the versioning files looks like. Okay, but for now, just remember that when you try to do versioning, when you try to use the revision control system, make sure to create RCS directory, and then all the versioning files will go into there automatically. Okay, so back to the topic, we just check out a file with the lock on it, and we just check out the latest version. Okay, we just check out the latest version. So when I do ls-ltr, I see this script.out basically. So if I open script.out, okay, and oh, we have a swap file, and that's because we kill something abruptly. We remember we did a kill %%. So in Unix, right, when you open a file, okay, it automatically creates a like a swap file, or sort of like a recovery file, so that when the system crashes, right, when you open the file, you're working on the file and everything, and then the system crashes. Let's say it's very unlikely system crashes. I never experienced the system crash that much, but anyway, like if something crashed, or if your session abruptly ended, right, the swap file will be created automatically. Okay, so that the next time when you open this file, it will ask you do you want to open it, do you want to recover it, or do you want to abort it, and such, right? So in this case, we want to do a recover, so we do a control, we're going to shift R, okay, and then we're going to recover it. So this is how you want to so this is how the Unix system or the Linux system protects you from something that's not unsaved. If you have unsaved work, it will automatically create a backup file for you. Okay, so I know this is going everywhere, but so let's go back to the first step. We check out a file with a lock. Okay, now we open this file. Okay, we do some editing. Hello world. Okay, we modify it, we update this file. we save it, save and quit. Okay, now we check in. Okay, now you want to check in with a ci-u. Okay, and what ci-u does is like if it leaves that script.out out there, it will leave it right there so that other people can read it. Okay, if we don't put the -u, okay, it will check in this file, but then this file will be gone. It will not be visible to until you check it out, you know, basically. So I will recommend you use a -u. Okay, and then check in the file name basically. Okay, and then press enter. Now notice that it automatically moves your versioning, right? It moves your versioning to 1.2, and then it asks you for the new description again. So put in the new description. This is version 2 of script.out. Press enter, period, enter. Okay, you just checked in the second version of the file. So now when you do ls-ltr, see, you still see the script.out right there. Okay, so that's good. That's what we wanted. Okay, now let's check out again and then just do some more changes, and then okay, now modify the file. Yeah, I need to delete that swap file. See, when you do a recover, the swap file doesn't automatically change. No, I didn't want to do recover. No, that's a bad option. No, let me delete that swap file. Okay, it's a swap file. Swap file is basically a hidden file. Okay, and you see that here, right? This is the swap file. .scr script.out.swp. Okay, .swp is the swap file. So we want to remove that. Oops. We want to remove that. Okay, we remove that. Okay, so now oh man, everywhere. Okay, can we move back? Okay, good. Alright, now we do ls-ltr, we open it. Okay, we go to the last line, we see the second version in there. Then we do like this line is from version 3. Okay, maybe we want to delete some file, delete some lines in there, add some new lines there. This line is created in version 3. Okay, save and quit. Okay, now check in. Okay, put in a new description. This is version 3. Period to end the description. Okay, so now I have that, right? Okay, now let's say you want to check out a specific version. Okay, let's say you don't want to check out the latest version, you just want to check out the specific version, right? So you can do co-L, okay, and then R, okay, for the version number. Let's say 1.2. That's the version I want to pull out. Okay, script.out. Okay. Let me see, what is this? Symbolic name R1 is undefined. Do I have to do this? Okay, I guess I have to do that. You can't. That's weird, because usually you can combine switches. I don't know why it's complaining about that. But anyway, yeah, let's just switch, separate them. If any of the viewers knows what's going on there, you can suggest a solution to this. I don't know what happened. So I just check out the 1.2 version, okay, and to verify that, I go to the last line and you see, look at that, I only have the version 2, because only in the version 2 I put in the hello world. Version 3 I put in a bunch of lines that says this is created by version 3, but all the other lines, some of the lines are deleted and everything. So this is basically version 2, right? So alright, so check, so you can just check in again without any changes, you know, and such. Okay, now if you were to check the differences, right, between the current file and the latest version, which is 1.3. Right now I believe the script is in the version 1.2, right, because that's what I checked out, and then when I checked in I didn't make any changes, so you know, it leaves that file there, you know. And then when you try to see the differences between the current file and the latest version, right, so you can do rcs diff and then the file name. Okay, you see that, you know, this is the difference between the current version, okay, and the version 3. Okay, so that's what it is. I'm not sure. I'll find out if there's a nicer way to present the differences. It looks very confusing to you, but I'll find out, because usually we would like something that that has 2 columns, where the left side has the version and the other side has the other version, and then you can see the differences, just like the event diff, But I don't know what's going on. I have to find out. Yes, I'll find out, and then I'll show you guys in the next episode. Okay, so this is how you should get the difference between the latest version and the current version that's in the directory right now. If you were to find out the differences between the different versions, right? Let's say version 1 and version 2. If you want to find the difference, you can do -r 1.1, -r 1.2, and then the file name. Okay, so rcs diff, okay, -r 1.1, -r 1.2, and then script name, and then it will show you like what's the difference. Okay, basically it will show you what's the difference. Okay, so that's how you find out the differences between 2 files. Okay, next one is the which command. Okay, so let's say we don't know where you want to find out where this rcs is, right? You can do which rcs diff. Okay, you want to find out where this executable resides in, right? Where is this command basically? Okay, so you can do which, basically which will show you where this command is. Okay, and then show you that it's in the user bin and rcs. Okay, you can do which bash, it will show you where the bash is, and so on and so on. So you can do like which on any of the commands that you want to find out basically. Okay, and then the last command I want to show you is the locate. Okay, the locate is a really cool command. It's not, I don't think it's available on Unix. Locate allows you to find any files that you have the permission to read. Okay, so let's say I want to find out everything that has a fuzzycast in there, that including any paths that contains a fuzzycast keyword, or any files names that contains the fuzzycast keyword. So if I press this and enter, and then it shows me all the fuzzycast files. Okay, so if I were to create a file called fuzzycast right now, fuzzycast.txt, and then I do a locate, okay, and then it's able to pull out. Is it able to pull out this? Let me see. Looks like it's not. That is weird. Okay, so I guess it has to be the full complete term. It has to be the exact term for it to pull out. That's kind of weird. Let's go to RCS and then do a touch on fuzzycast.txt. And then do a fuzzycast. Let's do an experiment. Okay, so I got one level, and then now I do a locate, the fuzzycast, and let's see. That's interesting. That's weird because I have the read permission on that file. Perhaps the system has not been able to index the new files yet. I'll have to find out that. But basically, you can use a locate command to find the files, that you're looking for. That you have the permission to read. Basically, any files you have the permission to read, you're able to locate it. That's what the locate command is for. Okay, so I have 2 issues I will address in the next video, and so before that, this is the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Hey guys, thank you for watching my videos. Make sure to subscribe to me, to like me on my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/fuzzycast, and also make sure to follow me on the YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/UJDesigner85, and also my blog, which is the fuzzycast.com. Thank you.